What's going on out there, y'all? It's K. Flames in the building.
And I'm Kay.
Who are you?
What's your slogan?
Oh, come on.
She always got something to say. Now, who's the next person?
Kay, you got something to say? Your boy TJ, Frank DELANO, a.k.a. Miss Franklin, son. We back at it again, y'all.
Yes,
Another week.
sir.
Hot topics.
Hot topics. We in the building, man.
Topics are hot.
What? Well, we're gonna pop this off. We got a lineup today, so I'm not even gonna play around with y'all, talk a whole lot of,
Get right to
we're
it.
gonna get right to it. So the first person we're gonna talk about today, man, the first topic is gonna be our boy Terrence Howard.
Light-skinned people at it again.
I like that.
Damn, son.
Light-skinned guys with pretty eyes and good hair.
Yo,
Wow.
Now, I want the ladies to know something. Take a look at this boy right here. 'Cause I hear y'all talk about this dude all the time. You know, it was looking like he had his light-skinned dude was looking good. Actually, I'm caramel, whatever you want to call it, but
Here
he
we go.
was looking good.
You're light-skinned, bro. Back to the topic.
I mean, I don't think he's nice. Look, I like him as an actor. I don't know. I just like him as an actor, but I don't think
He's not. He don't do it for you.
no.
Well, for a lot of other women out there, he does it for them. The light eyes, he's smooth. You know, what's his name? Q in that movie, The Best Man and all that. I like his character in that. He's
I
a
do too.
cool
As an
dude.
actor, he's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
guess
agree.
what?
He's a dope actor.
Guess what? In real life, the person he portrays more than any other character he's portrayed is my man from Hustle and Flow, because apparently Terrence likes to beat chicks' asses out here. You hear me? Now, his
Call him
wife,
The Bone Crusher.
the bone crusher, his wife, Michelle Gent, she's suing and pressing charges against him for something he apparently did 2 years ago, which is weird, because she waited till 2 years later, saying that he basically, punched her and choked her out. You know what I mean? And she's been scared. He's constantly harassing her. He threatens her life on a consistent basis, and she's had enough.
So what is the lawsuit about? What is she suing
About basically saying domestic violence. You know what I mean?
for?
So
Sue somebody for domestic violence? Or
Right,
don't
now
you just get him
that's
arrested?
weird. She's pressing charges and trying to sue him. Now,
For money?
this is what they say. She's trying to sue him for what he's done.
This is the second woman coming forward with this.
Not even the second.
Said 3, 4, something
About
like that,
3
right?
or 4. Now, back in
Then he's a woman.
2000, when the ball dropped, and it was like, Happy New Year, he was beating his first wife's ass.
Wow.
He did the biggie.
Right on cue, hey.
He did the biggie, y'all. He kicked in the door and beat her up.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Is this facts or do we have to say allegedly?
This is facts.
facts. It's documented.
Documented.
Wow.
Then, in matter of fact, no,
He's
excuse
stopping
me.
him from getting work. I don't understand why.
In 2000, my
Right, that's a
fault,
good
that
point
was-
too.
Yeah,
Not to cut
right?
you off, Kay. I mean, Doc, that's a good point, Kay.
I don't know.
Because anytime the actors
They
gets
just
caught up
fired
beating
the
a
other
woman,
guy
right?
from
They
Empire for
Word.
beating his wife.
it's hard to get work after that. So that's
true.
crazy.
Well, he's been getting work. Matter of fact, and I mixed up years. Forgive me. The 2000. That's when he beat up a flight attendant, a female flight attendant. In 2001 is when he kicked in the door and beat his first wife's ass.
Wow.
And then in 2005,
These women, if you know that you're gonna date him, then you need to take some type of defense class.
word.
I mean, watch the movie enough. Do something. I would already know. Like, I'm about to date him. I better get on.
The
Let me
movie
take some
enough.
self-defense classes to date
seriously.
Terrence Howard. Come on, cut that yellow shit out, Terrence.
Yo,
Stop beating
Terrence-
women. That's crazy.
2005, he beat up a chick and her fiance. I guess he tried to jump in and Terrence was ready in beat ass mode. So
That's crazy,
he
bro.
smashed. He beat up the girl and her fiance. So Terrence, he pops off on women.
That's
apparently.
crazy.
Where are their brothers, cousins?
Right.
Where is
Uncle,
anybody?
somebody.
Why is he
Right.
not getting the retaliation?
And he's picking the right women because nothing is happening
Definitely.
to him.
Are any of these women, I'm sorry, are they all white?
No, they're all black.
No.
He don't date black
No,
women.
he
I was
sure
gonna
don't.
say,
No, because
yeah.
not. So they not. Matter of fact, I don't even know what ethnicity or race the flight
That's
attendant
important
is.
for me because
Yeah, they didn't say.
I mean, some white women like it. They
Maybe
think
that's
that's
good.
something. They like brutality, love. They think that their husband is showing them love. Some do not start with this.
No hate mail, please. She said some.
Some
But
black
no,
women, we
Fight back a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably cut you. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what race they are. They still don't deserve to be beat. So Terrence Howard,
Right.
stop
Maybe
your
they-
shit.
Yeah. Well,
Right. Why is he beating them up? Like, what's going on?
what are they doing to make him want to?
Yeah.
That's true too.
He's snapping.
Maybe Terrence is angry.
Maybe they made him angry. We'll never know, right?
You won't like him when he's angry.
Terrence, get at us.
Yo,
Hit us
Terrence.
up. Come sit down and talk to us, bro.
Word. Come
Get up
talk
in the
to
hot
us.
seat.
I need to get in your brain.
Yeah, me too. I need to know why you beating these women.
We need to hear your side. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they're lying because he's saying now, I got to add this. Terrence is saying that she's lying that she's just trying to slander his name and mess it up so he can't get any more work in Hollywood.
See, but this is what I was asking. That's why I was asking. Is this all facts or this is alleged?
Well, Michelle Gent is alleged, the latest one. That's alleged. The other ones prior, that's documented. You know what I mean?
He's been found guilty?
He got charges and all that.
Wow.
So, you know, but
we're not
this
gonna spend
one
too
here,
much. We're gonna spend
That chick.
whoop that chick.
What's up? What movie is
Whoop
that?
that chick. Whoop that. That's Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow. Oh, he's living by his raps.
He's living it literally.
I'm telling you, I don't even remember his name in that movie, but that's the character my man really identifies.
He's living
with.
his raps.
He's whooping that chick.
Unlike Drake. Did I just say that? Damn, I need a damn. 8. Put a damn. Nigga took a stab at Drake.
Yo, Drake.
Oh,
we gonna
man.
get to Drake later too, man.
Let's go.
That's interesting.
But
So yeah,
on
man.
a serious note, domestic violence is not a good look. No
No,
man
it's
should
not.
put his hand on a woman.
No, it's not. And vice versa.
And vice versa.
A lot of people don't know this, but there's a lot more cases than you think
Of course.
of women
Beating men.
beating men. But men get laughed out the building though.
Keep your hands to yourself. Bottom line.
Word.
agree, yes.
Word. Hey man, it can go down.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence,
I still fucked you as an actor though.
stop beating them up,
Yes.
man. But keep doing that. I like you, Q. Play that guitar and get buns. You good for that. I like that.
I liked him in Dead Presidents too. When he
Dead-
beat the kid with the
Oh, Dead
that's
pool
Presidents.
stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he got beat with a pool
Everything
stick.
He got
is
beat.
about beat with him, huh?
Well, no, but in that one, he got beat with a pool stick.
He's beating
So he's
people.
not acting.
Okay.
He's not acting. He's really living his
He's
life.
taking that real serious.
Yeah, that boy's
Crazy.
serious, man. All right, well, Terrence, good luck, man. We're going to move on from you, though.
Yeah, we'll keep y'all updated.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated.
Let's go.
Next one up, Bobby Christina, man. What a shame.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Rest
This
in
week she
peace.
passed
Sleep
away.
in paradise.
Rest in peace.
Rest in
Crazy.
peace.
Sad story.
She was fighting for 6 months. And finally, she gave in. You know, much condolences and love to the family and all that. Bobby Christina's gone. Too
Sad.
soon, too young, man. Now, the funeral just happened. I believe it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. And you had drama at the funeral. Apparently, her aunt, which is Bobby Brown's sister, got into it with the sister-in-law, and to the degree where she had to get ousted from the funeral. Like they told her she had to go.
The 86th.
They 86ed her from the funeral.
That's
What's
crazy.
with the Brown family? They're
Yo.
always in the tabloids and it's never nothing good.
That's true too. How you fighting at a funeral?
Right. And apparently
Unbelievable.
they've had a history of issues with each other in some form or fashion,
I
and
mean,
it popped
I
off.
don't really like Whitney Houston's sister-in-law, the aunt from her brother's wife. I feel like she was a little conniving. I think that she shouldn't have been in control of Bobby Christina. If you look at that Oprah, with her sit down,
The interview.
yeah.
So why wasn't Bobby in control?
Right.
He's a
Until-
second parent.
Yeah, that was between him and Whitney at the time. I believe she
But Whitney
took her
was-
mom's side.
But what?
She just sided with her mother. Remember, she sided with her mother, and her and her father weren't speaking.
But once Whitney passed away, and now Bobby Christina's in a.
Well, she's as
Shouldn't
of
the
age
father-
though. She's about 18, 19.
Now
It
she
wasn't-
was in her 20s, early 20s.
yeah, when she passed away. So it wasn't like really parental guidance, but it was
Yeah.
like more for the money. You know, who was gonna watch it, and
But doesn't it go to the next person in line?
I know.
Shouldn't it be the father?
who knows if it was.
Not unless there
written.
was some
I
kind of
don't think
legal
so.
situation that stopped that from happening. You know what I mean? If there's a will or some kind of legal written document stating that, like Whitney might have left behind it when she was to pass away or something like that, basically a will, then such and such will be handled by such and
And left
such.
to someone
Yeah.
else.
Double
other than her
jeopardy,
father.
They went out the same way.
And that's
Yeah.
crazy. That was scary to me.
They
She
went out
passed
the same way.
her mother passed. That's crazy.
Now, something Kay was saying. What was you saying about that, Kay? What was your theory on that?
My theory is Bobby Brown is just having a tough time. I think that God is testing his strength because now his wife, during the funeral, had a seizure.
True. That was the other drama.
I'm sure he don't need to lose his wife right now. But
Crazy.
She had the first one in 2012, and she just had one recently. So
Wow. But what I mean was, what was your take? You was telling us before about how they both died the same way. It looks
yeah, they
like.
died the same way. I mean, in the story, it seems like she found the rest of her mother's drugs, and she started using them, and she went out the same way. I'm not saying from the time she was, the drugs lasted all the way up until right now.
Right. But you thinking she tried to
Yeah.
basically go.
Well, they
her
said it was
mother's
a
route.
pattern that Whitney would get high, and then she would just go in the tub to relax. So her daughter probably did the same thing. She was probably getting high. I don't know.
And they both suffered the
And they
same.
went The same way.
Well, they were blaming her boyfriend, you know.
Well, he's out of it now. The autopsy showed that had
He had
nothing to do with it.
So what were the bruises that she had on her?
So far, they said it was a car accident that
Yeah.
they never told no one about because they were in the wrong.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Okay.
Right.
And he been
Okay.
trying to clear his name, and he wanted to come to the funeral, but they didn't let him come.
Right.
And that's sad too that they took him out of her life
Well, also,
and not
remember,
allow him to be there.
the thing that made him look a little suspect, Dr. Kutch, was that he also had withdrew like 20 stacks from a bank account that she had. Now, apparently, in order for him to do that, it has to be a joint bank account.
Right.
No,
You know
well,
what I
it
mean?
was her bank account. Why wouldn't he know the PIN?
And I don't see nothing wrong with that. If she's the sole breadwinner and she's been taken care of when
I
she's
mean-
alive and she passes away, why can't he have access to the money? He still have to live. He still has to pay rent. He still have to
Really?
pay his card notes. No.
I'm just saying, the boy
what
can't
do you
work.
need
But what they're
20,000
saying is,
for? I'm not saying
yeah.
he should have stopped totally. I mean, I don't know. You got to figure.
And they say 'cause she was in a
20,000 to
coma.
us sounds like a lot, but for that lifestyle, that's not really a big chunk of change.
Yeah, true. Well, they were saying
And to
I guess,
sustain his lifestyle, he probably needed 20,000. He still got to pay mortgage,
Did
car
you see
note.
him on Dr. Phil?
I didn't see that
Did
interview.
you
I
see
missed
the
it.
interview on Dr. Phil?
Nah, I didn't. I don't really rock with Dr. Phil. I'm sorry. I got to start watching him to get more informed. You know what I mean?
Him with Dr. Phil let you know that he wasn't right.
He was foul.
He was crying. He
He was faking. You think
I don't think he was faking. I just think that they,
he wasn't authentic?
Yeah.
Well, I know that the reason why they were looking at it crazy is because she's in a coma and he's doing that. So they were saying it from a more
Okay,
point
so
of view. You know what I mean?
so
I guess he figured she was gonna die. I better get some of this money before they take it.
I don't see
That's
it
a
that
good
way.
possibility.
I don't see it that way. I see it as she's being the breadwinner. She passed away, or she was in the coma. He
Right.
still needs to live. So what do he do?
But they ain't live
He
together.
don't touch the money now.
They did live together.
They did live
Yeah,
together.
they lived
Oh, well,
together.
shit. Okay, now
So
I'm
he
starting
don't
to feel like
he don't
DeLano a
touch the
little
money.
bit.
You don't need such a lump sum of money like
Maybe
that.
the rent was high.
What do
That's
you
what I'm trying to tell you. What you think their mortgage is?
He wasn't living. He went back home. If you
What you think
got
his mor-
one. His mortgage is not that.
20,000 is not
Why
a lot
there
of
was-
money.
Why was
$20,000
withdrew before? 20,000
because she was
wasn't
taking
being
care of him. He
withdrawn
didn't need to
before.
take 20.
I
He said, "Let me get my
disagree.
20 because I
He
know they're
is
gonna
supposed
freeze the
to
account."
Turn that card over. That's it. She's in a coma. I don't think she's gonna make it. Let me tell you something. Right now, I have this card.
All right, so let me ask you this.
Or
Put your mouth to the mic, baby. Put your mouth to the
or-
mic.
Let me ask you this.
Or
So if you pass away, right?
I'm gonna say this to the aunt, the person who's in charge, the guardian, the one that he does know, right,
Mm-hmm.
to be in charge. She's you know she's sick right now. Right now, my finances were her finances. I'm gonna take out this amount of money and I'm gonna turn over her money to you. That's how it should have been done, not the way he did it. Where now it looks like he's a thief.
But we don't know what their relationship was
It
like.
doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It
That's
doesn't.
the
'Cause
important part of it.
doesn't- Right now, in the
Word.
TV news, it's saying he's a thief.
That's the TV and the news. That's the media that's gonna say anything.
It-
Nobody
it's
knows
saying-
behind doors what that relationship
It
really
doesn't
consists
matter
of.
because at the point right now,
So let
we're
me ask
going
you this.
by what we're hearing and what we're
So let me
reading.
ask you this: you and your boo, right?
Yeah.
You pass away.
Mm-hmm.
Your boo can't touch your money. He don't live no more. He can't go into the bank account. He can't do anything. He has to stop.
And-
He got to go to your mom and say, "Mom, can you say
And-
Kay got something to say? Is in a coma right now.
That's
I
right.
want to take 2,000 out and give you the rest. You
Yes.
must do that."
I don't think that. I feel like
Yeah.
their relationship wasn't like that for some reason.
I don't know, man.
They was riding hard, if you ask me, in my opinion, and I don't see nothing wrong with
I
it.
think they have the same kind of relationship that her mother and her father had. That kind
Exactly.
of thing.
A love
he's the
hate.
bad boy. Everybody's pointing at him like he's this guy, but
He's
she's
about to
rocking with
die
him.
now.
You know. Wow. On that note, we gonna move.
Bottom line, he's about to die. Rest in peace, Bobby Christina.
Yeah, rest in peace. Man.
Condolences to the family.
Word.
Bobby Brown, hold your head. You're going through a lot, bro.
You definitely going through that. Hold your head, man. So
Keep
we
you in
gonna
our
move
prayers.
We're gonna move on to Ray Tensing. Now, for all of those who don't know who Ray Tensing is, if you don't, you wildin', but you might not be good with names. This is the Cincinnati cop, or excuse me,
Look at this
campus
guy's face.
police.
Oh, no.
Campus police. Yeah, I purposely made sure we got.
He looks guilty right there.
Yeah, he do.
He
And
did
I,
it.
I'm purposely made sure we got this pic, not the pic when he's in his uniform.
Yeah.
Get that shit out of here, boy.
Yeah.
We're gonna put you up as what you dealing with right now. This is a campus police officer that made a traffic stop. Samuel DuBois, I think that's how you pronounce his name. DuBois was the driver. He gets stopped because he's missing his front tag, something or the other. Next thing you know, one thing leads to another, and this man, Ray Tensing, winds up shooting Sam DuBois in the head.
So another minor traffic offense
Right.
turns into a homicide.
Turns into a homicide.
Unbelievable.
Now, initially, his story was, well, he tried to hit me with the car. I got dragged by the car. All that bullshit, right? But
got
now,
exposed. The truth came
body
out.
cam.
And they implemented that.
And they implemented the body cam. Now, this is one time I'm thankful for something they did. This actually really did work out. That picture is Mr. Sam Dubose right there that got killed. Now, the body cam footage was released this week. And as the chief of police says, that's, I believe his name is Jeffrey Blackwell, and the prosecutor out there, Joe Dieters, they both said this is just a murder. So what we're going to do is, we're going to show that body cam footage, and you're going to see for yourself. You determine what happens. We're going to see if this was a murder or if this was him getting dragged and all that other stuff.
Okay. Where do you stay at? Down here? Right around the corner. Okay. Well, until I can figure out if you have a license or not, go ahead and take your seatbelt off for me. I didn't even do that. Go ahead and take your seatbelt off. Stop!
Stop! This doesn't happen.
As you can see, he's not getting dragged by no car, anything. The car stopped. He went to open the guy's door, because what happens is, for everybody already watched, he asked him for his driver's license, his ID. He didn't have his license, so he was going to make him come out of the car since he didn't have his license. When he went to open his door, Samuel, he closes his door, and then it looks like he gets ready to try to back away, and he just shoots him in the head, and he falls backwards after he's shot.
Crazy.
The car rolls down the hill. He runs after the car. The rest is history.
Crazy.
You know?
It's just making cops look bad, but I feel bad for the good cops.
Yeah, that's true.
All the good cops, everything is just bad stories right now, and we need cops, regardless of the fact of anything. We need cops, and the things that they're doing. Who do you call? Who do you call?
We definitely need cops. That's not a doubt. I agree. The good cops, my only thing I'll say to them is,
they need to step up and say something.
Right.
They need to say something. They need to protest.
Say something.
Yeah. You need to protest against the cops that's doing wrong, because it's making all police forces look bad, horrible.
Now, for those people who want to play the side of the, maybe it was justified, we got another clip, and it's going to be the prosecutor, Joe Dieters.
Who said it's justified? Who said that?
There were some people on FB, you had an actual debate. You had a couple of people trying to say that, yeah, well, if he had made a better choice, he would have still been alive and all this other crap.
Let me tell you what to do when you get pulled over. You turn your car off.
Put your keys on your roof.
You put your keys on the roof, and you put your hands out the window.
Absolutely.
And at that time, they know they are able to come and say what they need to say to you of what you did wrong or right.
That's a good point,
Period.
So another thing you can
take
do
key to that
my brother DELANO did. There was one time me and DELANO got ran up on by some plainclothes, whatever these guys. They didn't even give us no ID, nothing.
Nothing.
And the way it was going down to this day, I swear, they were gonna do us dirty that night. And one of the things you can do, DELANO did that night, was as soon as you see it going bad, get on your phone, dial 911. That's gonna stop the whole movement right there.
Absolutely.
Did that, and that stopped everything.
Right in the tracks.
Right in his tracks.
Dial 911. Explain. I've never heard of that.
So call the cops on the cops.
Because you felt like you were being harassed?
Exactly. We felt like we were being harassed. They didn't show the way they even came to us. They didn't give us no ID. They had no reason, because we was already parked.
Yep.
We was parked in front of my house, actually. And they made a U-turn, jumped out of their cars, came on each side and telling us to raise our windows down. We was like, raise our window down for what? What's the problem?
And get out the car.
What are you looking for? Get out of the car. I'm like, no. You know what I'm going to do? Dial 911, put it on speakerphone, and I called and I told the cops exactly what was happening.
And one of their last words before the call, I'm thankful for my brother, you hear me? Was the guy used the code words, I feel like my life is in danger.
In danger.
And we wasn't doing anything at that time for him to feel like his life was in danger.
This is what the cop is saying?
That's what the cop
Cop said.
said, yes.
And both of us are sitting in the car, hands
that's interesting.
there. He was like, yo, we feel like our life's in danger.
Because we didn't want to get out the car.
What am I getting out of the car for?
Right, and there was no reason given anything.
Did
Now,
the other cops appear?
yeah, well, after the call was made, then they finally called, their backup finally came. That was the other thing that was weird. The suits, the blue and whites, whatever you want to call them, the flat-footers, they usually come right behind them. They hadn't come that whole time until we made that call. Until DELANO made that call.
Because you know why? Protocol, whenever the police pull you over, they are supposed to get on their radios and radio that call into the to the headquarters.
Right.
Exactly.
And they didn't do that.
Exactly.
So that right there in itself tells you that they were up to no good. Because why didn't they call in that stop?
Right.
Exactly. Now, with that said, before we move from this topic, for those who had their little doubts, we're going to play this clip real quick This is Joe Dieters, the prosecutor, telling what he believes happened at that time with that stop.
Let's
Let him
go,
see it,
Joe.
8.
The United States, okay? This might happen in Afghanistan or somewhere. This just does not happen in the United States. People don't get shot for a traffic stop unless they're violent towards the police officer. And he wasn't. He was simply slowly, you're going to see it. He was simply slowly rolling away. That's all he did.
You know, like in the United States, also cops don't get indicted for murder very often in the United States.
That's true.
Or some-
And you all have covered me for a long time. And you know that this office has probably reviewed upwards of 100 police shootings. And this is the first time that we thought this is without question a murder.
So that's the prosecutor. He's telling you himself, yo, this was a senseless murder. It was unnecessary. And he's sending out his condolences to the family, and that's it. So no. On this one here, this is cut and dry, man.
I mean, all of the cases were cut and dry, to be honest
True
with
indeed.
you.
True indeed.
So
Yeah, this left no.
it's just finally somebody from the other side is just stepping up to the plate
Right.
and admitting it.
Yeah, enjoying
Right.
being a woman.
Because even then, he didn't want to admit it totally. One of the things he did, not this particular instance, one of the things he said is all the things that have happened. This is the one thing
Right.
that he can say without a doubt is definitely not necessary. But we know that's not totally true.
And what's that brother's name again?
Samuel DeBose.
Samuel Bones. Rest
Yeah,
in peace,
man.
bro. And condolences to the
peace.
family again.
Yep.
Crazy.
All right, y'all. Let's move on to.
It's light. Get a little lighter.
Let's get a little lighter.
Let's go crazy
We're
right
gonna
now.
talk about Drake and Meek.
Hey.
Well, this week they had their diss tracks.
Light skin versus dark skin again.
Oh,
That's
man.
always the case. Y'all always get mad when I mention that, but it's always the case. It always comes down to dark skin and light skin.
I don't believe that.
Of course.
I mean, I don't know. I don't live in a world like that. Maybe it's just with men.
Really?
I don't live in a
Nah,
world
I
like
agree. Because
that.
with women, it's just it don't matter what complexion. Women just beef with each other. Period. They just don't like each other. Like yo,
I can
F
say that too.
bitch,
I'm
yo.
just saying I don't have the light skin. in me.
I guarantee
Maybe it's
you-
not in my life.
I guarantee you, if a light skinned girl gets into an argument with a dark skinned girl, the first thing out of her mouth, black bitch.
So what? They call me a black bitch.
No, they're gonna call you a yellow bitch.
Fuck you, you black bitch.
That's exactly what they're gonna say. Proven fact.
Yo, well, they
Whatever.
released their diss tracks. Drake released 2. The first one was Gaga.
Gaga.
Gaki, boy. You hear me? Drake, that was Gaki.
Basuda.
So he warmed up, and he came out with a next one called Back to
Back
Back.
to back. That was kind of fire.
That one was kind of fire.
A little,
you know.
he was lukewarm with that one. He warmed up.
Yeah.
I give him that.
Yeah.
Meek,
So-
where you at, baby? Making dark
I
skin look
think
bad.
that
What?
Meek was just basically trying to put out.
Yeah, he did the
Exactly.
same
He
thing.
just wanted to say what he just wanted to let everybody know what he was saying
He's
was
here.
true.
Yeah, he just fired a shot back
Yes,
at him.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
fired
This
a
is
shot.
warm up. You got to come back with the second record now.
But the gram
Yeah.
went crazy with him. Like,
They
Yeah.
killed my boy. They
Yeah, they
assassinated
did.
him. Like, why?
They did. Now, people, we gonna let you hear the tracks. Only one verse. We ain't got time for all that. And the general consensus right now is the battle all around is just corny to people right now. Like nobody's really. This is not the J Nas. This ain't back in the day with KRS and all of that.
That's the
This
problem
is-
with hip hop. Though,
it's
it's
not.
always a comparison. This is not Jay and Nas. This is Meek and Drake battling at their best. This is what they do. I mean,
I
what's the
actually
problem?
like LL and Cannabis.
That was a hard battle, too.
That was a hard one. Well, what we gonna do? We're gonna play Drake's joint first.
Which one is this?
That's the back to back. I'm
Back
not
to
even
back.
getting that. We're not even
That's not
listening to
fair.
the first one.
That's not fair. You got to do Meek's first diss record versus Drake's first diss record. How you gonna use
I
Meek's
thought
first?
Meek's only had one.
That's-
Yeah, Meek
yeah.
got
He
one.
ain't gonna
Yeah.
have one.
But he's comparing Meek's first one to Drake's second one
What's the difference?
because Drake's second one is harder. You got to compare both weak ass records. Meek's
Well,
first diss record and Drake's first.
I didn't even get Drake's first diss record. Yeah, it was,
That's light skin. See, he's light skin. Drake is light skin.
First of all,
Conspiracy theory. Trust me. But let's
Can't we
get to
just
it.
all get along?
Trust me, Meek.
I'll tell
I'm
you
with you,
what.
Meek.
I'll tell you what. How you want to do it? You want to just not even
No,
play him at all?
we already got it. Let's get to it.
All right, so we're gonna
A
play
verse from
from back to back.
Back to
and then
back.
we're gonna play the verse from Meek's joint. Wanna know?
Want to know. Let's get to it.
Let's go. Like Kay was saying
Aight.
behind the scenes, I mean, he used his track to point out things. You know what I mean?
Just to back up what he said from the beginning that he
on Twitter,
that Drake was Drake has a ghostwriter.
That Drake has a ghostwriter. Now I don't know somebody.
And he said something about somebody peed on him in the movie theater.
Yeah,
I
something
didn't get
like
to the
that.
bottom of that. Drake, who peed on you, boy? R. Kelly?
Oh, R. Kelly.
R. Kelly peeing on these bitches still.
Oh my
Crazy.
God, still.
Quentin Miller. That's
Crazy.
who he's saying.
Quentin Miller.
That's him.
Damn.
I
mean, y'all be the judge, man. Like, for y'all out there, y'all be the judge. A lot of people giving Meek a lot of, slack, saying he didn't come hard enough. We're going to give Meek another shot, though.
Again,
Drake
you have
got
to.
two.
Got to keep it fair.
Right, Drake got two, so give Meek a second one.
Now,
Until then, man.
Now, if Meek comes back with this track and he's still pointing out, trying to highlight the garbage and not really going after him.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cowboy.
and Meek, man, the other thing that's different, you need better tracks, my G. Like, you got to pick better tracks, man.
I
Like
like Meek, especially when he's hyped. What's that
Yeah, I
song?
fuck Meek.
Wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Wait, I'm in the hat.
Yeah, that's what he got to come
That's
with.
how he got to come.
Yeah, what happened
That's
to
how he
that?
got to come.
But
And
like
he
you
needs
said,
a
he's
better
warming
track.
up. He's warming up. Let's not count him out yet.
We're gonna leave
Let's
him
hear the
alone,
second
man.
this record, and then we'll get back to
Yeah,
that.
we'll
We'll
get back
judge
to
that.
y'all. For now,
but right
y'all make
now,
our decision for
light
now.
skin is up 1, dark skin 0.
Yeah, word.
Just for the
Now
moment.
one,
Oh, Lord.
D0.
I gotta sip nearly two at this
one thing we're
point.
going to touch real quick.
But Meek still winning because he got Nicki Minaj.
We got Nicki.
Hey, Nicki. And I don't care if that thing you sitting on.
Yo, you see what happens?
You do it too much.
Yo, see what happens? When you talk about some dude's chick,
Hey, Nicki.
they just pulled the plug on DELANO. All
That's
right.
okay. Sabotage.
Real quick,
Dark skin nigga again, right? See?
real quick.
Let's get it.
Apparently, Fox is inking a deal with Martin Lawrence. They bringing back the Martin Show. And that was our joint. That was my joint.
That was my.
What's
Nah.
up?
I still watching
What's
now.
Marty Marr.
Marty Martin in his house.
I
Now,
like
if you
Roscoe.
look at the picture on the backdrop, you'll notice something's different. Yes, Gina's missing. You see Ashanti's face. Now,
Hi, Ashanti.
Tisha Campbell Martin did not agree to come back. She's not effing with Martin. For those that don't know the old story, they had issues. That's why the whole Martin show got stopped, because apparently he was harassing her. She didn't feel comfortable working with him anymore. Her husband, Dwayne Martin, didn't duff him out, so this wasn't going to stop. Yo, Dwayne Martin, get your balls up, boy.
Yeah,
Where
you-
your nutsack
yeah,
at, man?
yeah, you
Some
gotta
people
go.
trying to front on your chick, touching all this, and you over here above
Okay,
the rim.
but he was on drugs. I was just gonna say that. I swear.
He was on. Yeah, he was on.
Martin, I'm saying I was gonna
at the
talk
time?
about the above the rim
he was
thing.
a
Yeah,
little
he was on
medicated.
drugs.
Yeah, he was a little medicated. You can
He
still
was
smack
on
a
the
medicated dude.
ooh-wee.
You know what I mean? He had that ooh.
You gonna inhale and blow that shit
That
out.
ooh-wee. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, that's the time when he was found out in the street walking in the days and
Yeah.
He went jogging
Naked
with a
and all
jogging
that.
suit on in 100-degree
yeah,
weather.
that boy is bugging. Well,
Right.
Tisha won't be back playing Gina. Ashanti's gonna play Gina. Ashanti says she's gonna try her best to fill those shoes. She knows it's some.
I don't
big
know if
shoes
that'd
to
be a
fill.
good fit.
I don't know either.
I don't think so.
I mean, I like Ashanti. Don't get me wrong.
Me too.
Hi, Ashanti.
I like her sister a little better. Too. Her sister looks nice too.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
Hi,
her
so
sister
Ashanti's
nice.
sister.
Her sister look
Who's
nice.
Slow
man.
Yeah, that's
Slow, what up, boy?
So we're gonna see how that one works out, man. I'm looking forward to it. That was my show back in the day, man. One thing we're gonna touch on real quick too: Shaq and Pip. Now, apparently, Shaq and Pippen been having some issues with each other. It started off on the gram. Shaq was talking about how the top best 5 Lakers
Two role players arguing. Who's the best role player? Go ahead.
would beat the top
ridiculous.
5 best Bulls. So Pippen had something to say. Shaq chimed back. Pippen shot a pic of his 6 rings. It was like game over.
That's
And
facts.
Shaq was like, yo, you know what? You know, he's a bum and he couldn't take that. So on his podcast, he was calling Pippen Robin, what's it, Mr. Second Fiddle. He was saying that.
No, Shaq went hard.
Yeah, he went hard. He was saying that the only reason
Did
why
he
they
talk
got
about his
those 6
nose?
rings.
He talked about Pippen's nose?
Nah, he ain't talking about the nose. That was funny. He didn't touch that. He
Crazy.
talked about how.
No, he was really talking about the game, but he went hard
Yeah,
on
he
him.
went hard.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, don't make me pull out the scouting reports because you're not in it. And that was all about MJ, you know what I mean? And MJ got those rings. and so on
Shaq,
and
calm
so
down,
forth.
Shaq, because you
He
was
even said it on the show. You can see it.
you was a
Word, on his
sidekick.
podcast.
You was a sidekick to Kobe Bryant too, so don't do that. I'm talking about Shaq. I said it. Shaq, you
He
was
said
a B.
you was a sidekick.
You was a role player. Scottie Pippen was a role player. Both of y'all.
Now, I thought Shaq and Kobe complimented each other a little bit. You know what I mean? I thought there was a 1-2.
Kobe
like,
and Shaq complimented each other, but Mike and Pippen didn't.
what I mean is, I look
Are
at
you
them as
kidding me?
equals at the time. You know what I mean?
say
Me too. I look at
Yeah,
Kobe and Shaq as an equal, and I look at Jordan and Pippen as an equal. I don't think either one would win without the other person.
Well, that's got him improving. I think Kobe got, well, they both, Kobe, because Kobe got a ring without Shaq, and Shaq got a ring without Kobe.
Absolutely.
Pippen got no rings without Jordan.
Because he retired. That was it. We got 6.
No, Pippen didn't retire.
He still played?
He still played, and he got no rings. So
maybe you got a point
He
there.
has no rings?
he didn't get no rings after Jordan.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
gonna
Without
say.
Jordan, Pippen didn't get any, but without Kobe, Shaq got one. With Wade,
Remember the John
and without
Starks?
with that, we're gonna move on.
This is why women in sports.
Where you at, John?
Don't make John Starks. What up?
We need you.
Holla at him.
Word.
No
Now,
light-skinned dude, I like.
something we want to touch real quick before we get to the nerd bird of the day. I want my girl Kay to touch on this because this is her topic and we rocking hard on this one. And that is, why the hell is it that fam and family don't never support you when you're making your moves out in this world and in this business?
Explain that to me.
Why?
You know, I just want to say we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Twitter. On my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, if I put a picture of myself, I got about 150, 200 likes.
But she is fly.
Okay.
Though. She's fly.
So
You got to see that thing.
now
bro.
that we're doing this,
Sorry.
can't for him. Now that we're doing this, I got about 7 likes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How do you do that?
That's crazy.
I put a pickup of myself and Delano with no caption. Not even a caption. It was just a green screen behind us, and we got 50 likes.
Exactly.
We all dope. I ain't gonna lie, but you know, I'm just saying.
We just need the support.
I'm the handsome one.
And that's in general. Yeah, yeah, he's the smooth chocolate, and that's in general. You know what I mean? Like this is not just about us. This is for everybody out there. Because I know a lot of people go through this. You know,
Yeah, that's a fact, though.
you gotta grind, pay your dues. We know all that. But for those people out there, when you see one of your own really working out here, you know what I mean? They're really making moves. They're not playing around.
Exactly.
You know, if you
Oh,
feel
but
like,
let this go far.
word.
Oh my God. the
Everybody's
phone
out the
was-
woodworks.
Hey, where
Yo,
are you?
Hey, where's the
Hell
show?
no.
I would like to come.
Wait a
Hey, hey, I like
Support, man.
I want to share this. Don't do
Support,
that.
man. Like for real, support, man. Now, after we shot a video, this is another example. Now, we want to thank everybody that came out. We was out there strong, but
It
there's
was
a few of
crazy.
y'all that didn't come out.
Crazy.
And after you hear that it's dope, then you're like, I'm out. Yo, bro, the
When is
next one. And
When's
listen,
the next
man,
one? There's no next one for you. If I
There's
sent
no-
you an invite and you didn't show up, that's it. It's over.
That's it.
Don't come to the next one.
When you see your people, man, your friends, your family out there rocking hard, support, man. It doesn't
Absolutely.
take nothing.
Support.
It doesn't take nothing.
It's free to support. That's the crazy part.
Just hit the like button
And
on
share.
YouTube. That's it. Share it.
That's it.
How me and Delano always say, I'm gonna tell y'all, this is gonna blow. Things is gonna blow. We moving. And when it blows, that's why you hear all these stories about 50 Cent. Somebody mad at him. Jay-Z, somebody's mad at him. This person's talking shit about this. Because when they were on the come up, where was you at?
No
now, when they
support.
blow, now you want people to send you bread, get you free tickets to the garden. 86 yourself, man.
Facts.
If you're not there, it's what's that childhood story? The little red hen, the little
Mm-hmm.
hen. If you're not there when we making the bread to eat, don't be there when we eating.
Exactly.
And that's a general rule for everybody out there, everywhere,
And
man.
this bus does not make stops.
No, it
it's
does not.
express.
This
If
is
you're not on
express.
it, you're not getting on it. Sorry.
So pay attention. That's for everybody. It's not just for everybody with us. We talk about in general, man. Support your people, man.
Changing my number.
More. I think I'm gonna change mine too. More to the story is.
changing your damn number.
Throw that at y'all, man. You need to get
More
thrown
to the
at.
story is support, man. What's the problem? Support.
Now you could have easily been this. The nerd bird of the week.
Oh my goodness. Come on.
This is
Flap a wing, girl.
I can't flap a wing. I hate this.
And the nerd bird of the week. Look at the picture.
at
Now
this
when
guy.
you look at his picture, he looks like a
You could just
fucking
tell he's a
nerd bird.
Nerdberg. That is the poster child for Nerdberg. So when we say Nerdberg, this image should pop into your head.
Do you even need to hear the story?
Crazy.
Look
This
at
is
the pic.
Wait till you hear the
But
story.
hear the story.
OMG.
So my man, this is Jonas Etcher. And Jonas apparently, he had a masturbation problem. He couldn't stop choking his chicken for the life of him. Calluses on the hands. Exactly. Now, what he decides to do, he decides, because apparently in the Bible, masturbation is a sin somewhere in there. So what Jonas does is he cuts off his penis for Jesus.
Well, his name is Jonas. And that is a biblical name.
Jonas. OMG. Did you hear what he just said? He cut off his own penis.
Didn't one of the Wu-Tang
Are you
guys
kidding
do that
me?
too?
Yes.
What is with this?
His name was
Wow.
Christ something. Yo, listen, man. Jonas, I don't know, this hasn't changed for me. But my joint means
choking
a
your
lot to
chicken?
me. No. My joint means a lot to me. You hear me? I'm not cutting my shit off for nothing, boy.
So you just gonna keep choking it?
I'm gonna choke it. I'm gonna smash. We doing all that. You hear me? What is going on? What
That's
kind of
crazy.
world do we live in? We're living in a world where everybody's getting beheaded.
Wait, but this is on a sober note? This is what they're saying when you read this? This is a sober note? He just did this?
He did this.
Was he drunk?
Not on no
Was he
drugs.
high?
They didn't say
Or did
nothing
they state
about
that?
drugs. They didn't say nothing about alcohol. They said that he did it for Jesus.
Wow. And then you put Jesus in it. You're crazy, bro.
You are beyond crazy.
So you cut your own joint off, and then you said Jesus told you to do it. Jesus did
Word.
not tell you to do that, man.
Jesus didn't tell you. Jesus don't care about your day.
So what did they do? What was
At
the outcome?
all.
Did they sew it back on? Is it
I
gone?
guess it's gone. There's nothing you can do
Who
about
cares?
it. It's gone. You know,
you can sew it back
it's
on.
gone.
Look at
There's
him.
nothing
He's
we
not
can
going
do
to use
about
it
it.
anyway. He's not going to use it ever.
What do you mean it's gone? Well, it's gone.
He don't need it.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Do you see him? He do not need it.
He don't need it. That's why he was beating his thing crazy like that.
Pause. Let me pause this whole segment. Pause, and pause again. All right? Let's get that out the way. What we had to do is crazy.
There's no more words. For everybody out there, all my dudes, please. You got ISIS cutting people's heads off. You got El Chupo cutting people's heads off. There's enough beheading going on. You do not need to behead yourself.
Exactly.
For the love of God, Jesus, and everybody else you pray to, leave your joint attached to you, boy.
Please.
Please.
That's your manhood. Without that, you're a girl.
So Jonas, yeah, pretty much. So Jonas, you're two things. Number one, you're a bitch because you don't have a D no more. And number two, you are the nerve bird of the motherfucking week, boy.
God, I put this nerve bird.
Word of the week.
So listen, man, that concludes this topic. Another episode of Hot Topics.
Hot topics.
It was crazy, man. We got to squeeze it in. We even went a little bit past the limit for y'all. Once again, yo, man, support. You want this thing to be an
Hit the
album?
like
We'll make it an
and
album,
share.
man. Like it, share it,
Simple. Like.
watch it.
Click. Simple. What's the problem?
We rocking.
And give
out
us some
here.
feedback, man. Tell us what y'all think. Help us improve.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
So with that said,
What you want to say? You want to sign off? What you want to say?
Nothing. Peace. Enjoy.
with that said, K.Flames, Dot Flames, ENY Regime General,
Again.
Top Shelf, Hot Topics.
Frank Delano, TJ, Miss Franklin's son. Hi, Mom.
This is Kay with something to say.
Okay, what's something to say?
Enjoy.
See you next time. Salute.